So, today's talk is going to be about sustainability in everything that we do. Mainly because our current infrastructure is not at all sustainable. Some of the things that you'll see on here are highly futuristic concepts that take a while for society to accomplish. Some of these, on the other hand, are things that we can do now, that we are doing now, here and there in pockets. The world's resources are limited. The world's population is exploding. I don't want to see it built over. There's no need to build over what's already there. What I want to talk about is instead how to maintain what we already have. There's gardening methods out there for producing food that utilize a tenth of what modern agricultural practices use. There's organic methods of renewing the minerals that we pull out of the soil. There's ways to harness solar power, wind power. Our current society could be so much different with a little forethought in how we allocate our resources and what we're building and whether or not what we're building is sustainable. When we look at individuals like Andre Villion, his book Continuous Productive Urban Landscapes, just at the end of the foreword is the paragraph: once enlightened by the sea pool concept, our eyes can see possibilities everywhere. The waste heat from supermarket refrigeration is a source of energy for food production. Food plains are productive if producing crops and costly if used for housing. Fruit and vegetable production on rooftops saves heating and cooling costs, reduces air pollution, enables fresh cuisine. A security fence has a potential for productive and ornamental vines. Greening the 21st century city will improve our health, stabilize our economy, and bring us all closer together as we meet in the garden. That's by Jack Smith. Just amazing that these things are out there. They're being considered. They're being talked about. They're being done, achieved. That's amazing to me. I mean, you look at these pictures, and how can you not be inspired to create this civilization, to create this city, to create these opportunities, this abundance? Our resources are limited because we're using the wrong resources. If we would utilize sustainable, highly renewable resources, we wouldn't be having a shortage of anything. We wouldn't be destroying the environment that we live in. We produce a lot of waste just with our cities, excessive heat, excessive everything. Turning those around and utilizing them for something that benefits all aspects of society rather than just a few, that's not a pipe dream. That's the way that this has to happen if we're not going to destroy ourselves. The world has to come together. The world has to recognize that this rock is small, and yet it's our rock. I mean, there's floating cities. Let's talk about that. Ideas of floating cities on the ocean. That's pretty cool. Let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about what we can do in the cities we have right now. How we can improve them, make them better. I mean, really, what's there to think about? Let's spiral things together. Let's utilize the edgeless, formless city and make it green, right? I get inspired when I see these things right here, and it's hard not to. These pictures are unbelievable, and I'm gonna use some more of the book on sea pools. A continuous landscape is a current idea in urban and agricultural theory, short sections of which have been established in various cities. It's a network of planted open spaces in a city which are literally spatially continuous, such as linear parks or interconnected open patches. A productive urban landscape, environmentally and economically productive, providing food for the urban agriculture, pollution absorption, the cooling effect of trees, increased biodiversity. I don't understand where the resistance to these concepts comes from in life. It's difficult for me to understand until I look at the fact that it's the system and the red tape that people allow that is allowing us to destroy ourselves. Stop listening to the red tape. Stop dealing with the system. And start coming together to do us. We can create these things. We can create these realities. You look at some of these things that are going right now. Some of these things that are happening right now. Garden towers. I mean, I live in the middle of the desert, and a few miles from me is a greenhouse that's rows upon rows of garden towers. It's beautiful. And the fact that we could all come together and do these ourselves. I mean, we've got individuals in LOC that are doing that now, who are planting crops together, who are sharing crops, who are providing for each other in order to lessen their burden on, or not their burden, but their reliance upon a system that doesn't give a fuck about them. And in the end, I think that's what sustainability is really going to come down to. All of us, meaning your average people in society, coming together to tell the system that we're not interested in their shit, and we're not interested in what they have to say. We design our houses, our lands, our property, we build it the way we want. And sooner or later, they've got no choice but to get on board, yeah? Because that is life, and that is the way that works. So I don't know how much I talked about sustainability rather than just ranted. All the same, I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures, and maybe you can get inspired to go out there and be your own difference. I know I'm going to try to be.